Hi everyone, so this review is for Isle of Dreams Belonging by Casey Luck and Barbara Winks. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you are on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog then the details are in the post. And this is the video review. So Isle of Dreams Belonging by Casey Luck and Barbara Winks. This was the most curious romance really. Marley is a chef. She's kind of struggling to find the joy that she once felt in her love for food, and then she meets Bree, who is this big yoga sensation online, when they both arrive at the Isle of Dreams. However, they're not the only ones there, and there's this big wedding going on, and it's kind of surrounding their visit and taking over things. And amongst people on the island is undercover detective Dylan and Dr. Juliet, who also meet while on the island, and love is kind of in the air while this danger lurks around them and is not too far. So this, like I say, was most intriguing because firstly, the setting itself. So the Isle of Dreams was indeed a special place, and it almost had like its own personality, and that was clear as soon as everyone arrived. But it was almost like a sense of magic and wonder surrounding it as well. And the events that happened there, which was certainly true for Marley and Bree meeting, and also for Dylan and Juliet, it fueled that magic between them. And none of them had gone there sort of expecting to find someone special, but they had their purpose and their goals, and yet fate had other ideas about how it was going to just, derail that a little bit for them at times. So there was also this kind of this unknown feeling going on as well. And, not only in the developing feelings between all the characters, because they were all feeling things and having experiences and sharing memories and all those sorts of things. They were getting to know one another, but there was just something else in the air of like the days. And Dylan being present and tracking a potential threat played a really big part in that. You knew there was probably something, but you just didn't know what it was, which was really great. But it meant you were always sort of waiting, and there was that anticipation. And so while we didn't really know what the threat was, it was just sort of lingering, and there were other characters being mentioned. It could be anybody, it could be anything. And so you were very uncertain, but that you get distracted by that because it came in many guises, and then each time it had me wondering if this would be the thing to reveal all, but it wasn't any of the things I suspected at all. So it was like a really brilliantly interwoven connecting of two stories, cleverly built into a third with this wedding going on. With all these mysterious moments and characters, and there were also great moments. There were ones with all the intensity they shared as they were getting to know each other, especially for Bree and Marley, that were really easy to get caught up in because they were just lovely little moments, and you got carried away with them. It was very relaxing and a nice feeling, and it was just really, really lovely in that respect. So you had the two aspects here. You had the romance side, and you had the slight sort of thriller, unexpected side, which I've come to sort of expect from especially Barbara Winks' writing, but also Casey Luck's. Like, there's always something. There is never just a nice peaceful time. There's always some sort of drama there. So it ticked all those boxes, and it was really, really good, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can get yourself a copy of Isle of Dreams Belonging by Casey Luck and Barbara Winks, which I hope you will. If you've read Isle of Dreams Belonging, would love to know what you thought of it, so please do share and let me know. It's always great to find out what you thought of the story. And if you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your read list, and you're super intrigued and thinking, yeah, I really want to read that, then again, please do share and let me know, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Bye.